Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlook with your host Nitin Nair. As you know, in our last episode, we started exploring Roman mythology and added it to our whole collection of different mythologies that we cover now at Mythlook. After looking at the more positive and the more inspiring story of Romulus and Remus, we figured it's time to just delve a little bit into the Roman darker side of mythology. And what best way to explore the darker side of mythology than to look at a creature that is supposedly the bad omen in their culture? Yes, we are talking about the Strix. The Strix and the other variants known as the Striges was a demon that was believed to have attacked infants and drained their blood. It was also known as Strega or Strigoi in various European countries, and they differed from other vampire creatures in that they were thought of as living members of the community rather than the returning dead. The Strix was a bird of ill omen that fed on humans. It was believed that this animal was a terrifying creature that possessed a terrifying reputation. The Strix is described as a bird that cries by night without food or drink, with head below and tips of feet above, a harbinger of war and civil strife to men. These birds have long golden beaks similar to eagles and are known to suck the blood of their favorite prey. They have red-colored wings and black legs with clawed feet that help them hunt their prey. Their eye was also different from owls as they were yellow and round without pupils. In classic literature, the Strix is described as a dark-colored bird with a large head and a rapacious beak. Symbolically, the Striges has always represented a physical form that is similar to a bird of prey. But in almost all the different artistic depictions that we've seen, and even the more classical descriptions, it has always been a symbolism of an owl that was more consistent with what the Strix was all about. This often led to the owl being considered as a bad omen or an evil omen, and also that spotting an owl at night could bring you bad luck. Although the owl has often been described as wise and as an intelligent creature in the more modern mythologies, but however the origin of the owl being associated with negative characteristics certainly started with the Strix and in the stories and folklore that revolved around it. The Strix appears across southern Europe, where it is known as Strega in Italy, Striges in Greece, and Strigoi in Romania. According to the historian Pliny, the Strix was employed in maledictions and have also been used as a curse word. Various examples have also been made of how the Strix feathers have been used to make magic potions. In one of his works, Horace wrote that the bird's feathers were used in a love potion. In other stories, the plumage of the Strix was used to create a rejuvenation potion when combined with various other ingredients. The legend of the Strix persisted throughout the Middle Ages, and in Latin, Strigoic refers to the female vampire and Strigoi to the male vampire. Both these variants can scream loudly and are considered to be a precursor of the modern banshees and are known to have poltergeist traits. As you can see, this is one of those characters that has always inspired the imagination of novelists and cartoonists worldwide, because it became the classic example of a woman who can transform into an owl and exhibit evil characteristics. But once again, the whole premonition that owl is associated with bad luck has stuck in certain cultures, but has slowly moved on, that being of a wise bird and of a high intellect because of its big round eyes. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythlook. Please do subscribe to our podcast on whichever platform you listen to, and like a particular episode if you feel if it was good and informative. because these actions go a very long way in actually helping us reaching out to a lot more people. If you are listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or iTunes, please do leave a review as well, because that really helps tell people that we are doing a good job, or even feedback if we aren't. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Mythlok. This is your host, Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.